What's up guys, it's James from Superhero Forum here. Today we'll be listing the top 5 villains I want for Spider-Man 2. Now Spider-Man 1's coming out this year and I absolutely can't wait for it. Spider-Man is my my favourite character, as well as Venom, who's my favourite villain. And I'm literally so hyped for Spider-Man Homecoming. So since they've already started talking about it, we're going to start talking about it as well. And I'm going to be listing the top 5 villains I want and think could be involved or be the villain in Spider-Man 2. So these characters don't necessarily have to be the main villain. I think at least one of these characters are going to be either the main villain or the side villain. And I really hope they are, because I just love all these 5 villains. I love all the Spider-Man villains, but these 5 in particular I absolutely love. So let's get into number 5. So number 5 we have Green Goblin or Norman Osborn. So Green Goblin's been done twice before, and I personally didn't like either. I thought William Dafoe was amazing, and the last one was just a screw up. But I didn't like either ways they portrayed Green Goblin, so I hope they could do it properly, and I think in the MCU it would be perfect. But I don't think Green Goblin will make an appearance. What I think Norman Osborn will be a side businessman, if you know what I mean, like be a side character in Spider-Man 2. He could be a side character in Spider-Man Homecoming, we don't know. But if I had to guess, I would say Norman Osborn will be introduced in Spider-Man 2, and later on in the movies with Spider-Man 3 or Spider-Man 4, they set him up and he becomes a Green Goblin. Or it could be the Green Goblin as the main villain in Spider-Man 2, we don't know. But I think Green Goblin will be introduced in Spider-Man 2. At number 4 we have Scorpion. I think the character of Scorpion is awesome. It's never been done before, and I think the MCU are taking a turn and introducing all these characters that are going to be new. We haven't had Vulture or Shocker yet, so if they're going to do it down the line, then I think Scorpion would be a really good side villain. I don't think he would be a great main villain, but Scorpion I think could be a great side villain. He could be the main villain. At number 3 we have Kraven the Hunter. He's just such a different and great character. I think it'd make a great movie with Kraven being main villain, and it would be so awesome, all the things you can do with that character, and we've had nothing like it before in superhero movies. So I think Kraven would be an awesome villain to have in Spider-Man 2. At number 2 we have Venom. Now I'm going to be honest, I don't think Venom will be introduced, but I don't think he'll be the main villain or be Spider-Man in the film. I think he'll just be as Eddie Brock. I don't think he'll turn into Venom. Well, he could, but I think he'll just be set up into later movies, either Spider-Man 3. But I think Venom would be a great character to introduce. You can introduce all these villains and set them up, and I think Eddie Brock is one of them that they will introduce. Now at number 1, I think a lot of people want the same, but for number 1, my top villain for Spider-Man 2 is Mysterio. Mysterio is such an obscure villain. All these villains are obscure, but Mysterio the most. I think it would make such a visually amazing film. I mean, just look at Doctor Strange. I think it would be a lot like Doctor Strange visually, because obviously a magician who doesn't have any powers as such, but he does have all this magic and illusions, and I think that would be a visually amazing film. And it would just be, I think they'll find it hard to make a guy with a massive fishbowl, but I think MCU can do anything, you never know with the MCU. So Mysterio is such an obscure, interesting villain, and I think it would be as Doctor Strange is visually amazing. I think it would make Spider-Man 2 visually amazing. I think it would be awesome for Mysterio to be the main villain. It would just be awesome to watch. Okay guys, so thanks for watching. This is my top 5 villains for Spider-Man 2. If you're hyped for Spider-Man 2, then make sure to like this video. If you're hyped for Spider-Man 1 as well, like this video. You might be watching this just before Spider-Man 2 comes out, so I don't know, but at the time of making this video I'm waiting for Spider-Man 1. So make sure to like this video for either Spider-Man Homecoming or Spider-Man 2, or just Spider-Man in general. Just like this video and subscribe for daily superhero videos and Spider-Man videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.